Note very carefully what is to follow. For what you are about to see and hear is your pattern for survival.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport. The thrill of victory. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the enchanted Yucatan Peninsula, where we are here once again for the International Cenote Ironman competition. We're in the final two events, the zip line over the alligator pond and the cliff dive.
He's an adventurer.
A fraction of a point out of first place is young Matthew Mad Dog Melendres, hoping to move into first place with this jump. Before we get to that, though, we have an up-close and personal look at young Matthew Melendres. First, there was these attempts at motorcycle jumping. Not bad, really. Then he did a little bit of boxing. Then he moved into this disastrous effort at skiing, just a tragedy there. And then it got even worse with his barrel jumping attempts. Then he got into a little bit of trouble with his chemistry set. Had a devastating effect on the local community. But really wasn't his cup of tea. But let's check in with Steven Corleone. He is Matthew's coach, and tell us, Coach, what do you have to do to get young Matthew ready for an event like this?
Help me. Please help me.
Well, we'll leave Mr. Corleone alone with his thoughts. You know, we actually had quite a tough row getting the production staff to this event. Joining us to talk about this is Geraldo in the field.
This is Geraldo Rivera with Great Escapes Adventures. First, we travel by narrow, bumpy dirt road for 15 miles into the Cancun wilderness. From there, we change to bikes to get to this paradise. Only bikes are allowed into this jungle wonderland. From there, we need to take a short walking path. Let's catch up with our intrepid explorers. There's Sammy, working his way through the dense jungle. It gets thicker and thicker as we approach the wonder of the cenote. We're on the edge of the cenote. What could be down there? And here we are.
Cenote!
We've traveled 12 miles by dirt road, a mile by bike, and we have gotten to a hole in the ground with water in it.
That's a cenote.
Yep. What an adventure.
Well, there's our senior production engineer, you know. He did pretty good, but he had kind of a tough go with this one stretch of jungle. Well, it looks like he's okay after all.
He's an adventurer.
Young Matthew getting ready for his jump.
It's okay. Yo! Boom!
All right, pal.
Well, that was pretty good, but, you know, these judges are tough, and here we see a picture of the head judge. He's a pretty tough fellow, he is, and we'll just see how he does, and, oh, boy. And look at these other judges just following along. What do you think, Coach?
Help me. Please help me.
Well, that's a shame. Well, here's our second competitor, Mad Dog Sammy Melendres. We're going to catch up with him and look at how he prepares for the competition.
Don't you have to do a school report on your trip to the jungle? Doesn't Mrs. Painter want a report?
Okay, turn the camera off. Let me push off. Let me push off so I can pass.
Master Sam getting ready. There he goes. Looking good. He's up. He's down. Sam's got a lot of lady friends here. Let's see how they react.
I'm so impressed.
This is how we
Well, the Yucatan police here have spared no expense in bringing the top-notch security dogs to this event. You can see an example here of one doing his job here ever faithfully. We interrupt this broadcast for a breaking news story from the Yucatan Peninsula. We go live to the field for a tragedy unfolding before our very eyes.
After the crop failure, the peasants had to leave the city. There were no more fish. There was no more food. Old men, children had to leave. The young and the old were not spared. Our way of life changed forever.
Well, we're back for Matthew's final jump here to overtake first place. Let's see what he's got.
Is he getting cold feet? There he goes. Oh! You okay? You're a maniac.
He's done it! I think he's done it! Well, I think that's going to wrap up first place for young Matthew. Let's have another look at the great jump. Well, that'll do it. Matthew Mad Dog has become the cenote Ironman champion for 2005. We'll leave you with some touching footage from the Special Olympics team that's here today. It's great that they can participate. Transportation for today's event provided by Aviasca Airlines, where your personal safety is number one.